Hey everybody, since this is a marketing channel, I just saw the most genius wrap on a work truck. I have to tell you about it. I couldn't quite get a picture of it. I was so bummed that I missed it. But you can imagine as I describe it to you. So here you have a work truck, and you can tell because it's like, you know, it's like Boise bathroom remodel or whatever, you know, just standard bathroom remodeling company. But they had this section where you saw this phone, this hand holding a phone and taking a picture of something they liked, like a countertop stone or something, you know, like material choice or something. They must have, you know, been somewhere and took a picture at a parade of homes or at the Home Depot. Anyway, the words on the truck said, text a picture, get a quote. Text a picture, get a quote. Holy cow, it blew my mind how genius that is. Because think about it. The biggest thing that you fight as a marketer is the resistance of the consumer. Every consumer has this resistance to getting on a sales call, to having you come over to the house and measure the bathroom and then be in some kind of like social pressure situation where, you know, where they're having to decide right then or else they miss the 40% discount, right? Like, that's a huge fear people have. I mean, if I'm anybody, I know. Like, there's been multiple times I've wanted to remodel my bathroom, but I never took the plunge because what I'm resisting is that moment of having to like interact with the salesperson and they want me to make a decision and I just don't want to do it right then, you know. There's just this tension, this social pressure that I guess those of us who are somewhat introverted feel. Maybe everybody feels it, I don't know. But I know that that's a huge thing with consumers. So, text your picture, get a quote. Is amazing way to generate leads. You start a relationship. It's like so low friction. And all of a sudden this like huge barrier to becoming a lead, this huge barrier to entry, we'll call it. So the massive barrier to me entering into your pipeline as a lead just got crushed because there's so little scary about me taking a picture of anything. Honestly, anything. A bathroom I like the look of, a countertop material I might want to replace my countertop with, a really cool looking sink setup, whatever I think I could potentially text to the bathroom remodel company. Text a picture, get a quote. Now, obviously, it's not that simple because I'll text the picture, they'll then respond and, you know, and start the lead warm-up process, trying to find out more information, whatever. But I was able to begin the relationship as the consumer, as the prospect, with very little friction. So let's think about that. How can you add that to your business? Do you have an online business? Do you have a local business generating leads? Are you an agency generating leads for a local business? What if it's landscaping? Text a picture, get a quote. Literally text me a picture of your weedy flower bed. I can kind of get a guesstimate as to the size and I can respond, you know, and say things like, you know, according to my assumptions from this picture, you have a 200 square foot garden zone. You want me to do the weeding. My rate would be, you know, $200, whatever it is, right? So like, you can begin the conversation with that. You can generate the lead. So how can you radically reduce the friction of your leads and prospects getting into your pipeline?